Mike Cohen.
Okay, who here is under 65? If you are, you'll have to leave, because this is not for young ears. First of all, you have to know this quote. If you believe, clap your hands. Don't let Tink die. Who said that? Peter Pan, that's correct. He was trying to get the audience to help his sick friend, the fairy Tinkerbell, by clapping for her. Because Peter Pan understood that fairies, much like entertainers, live for applause. And everyone would applaud, and Tinkerbell would flicker back to health, and all would be well in those dear old doubt-free days. Ah, for those dear old doubt-free days when your food wasn't forced to wear incriminating labels, so the fat content of your favorite snack could be whatever you damn well pleased. When the sun was our friend, X-rays were playthings, and we could breathe freely, assured by the knowledge that there was asbestos to safeguard us against fire. We trusted not only in God, but in tap water and table salt, in the American dollar and the American dream, in our banks and our businesses, in our industry and our ingenuity, in our press, in our priests, in our presidents, in our pesticides, in the paint upon our walls, and lastly and mostly, in ourselves. For in those days we did not snicker at the mention of the honor system. We found room on our walls and in our hearts for homilies like honesty is the best policy, cheaters never prosper, and the truth will out. Ideals and innocence were sustained, like Tinkerbell, because there were those who believed. Perhaps those days were doubt-free, for as good or bad a reason as these days are not. Of course Tinkerbell doesn't exist. And you know why? Because no one claps for her anymore. Yeah, I didn't expect a sad ending. Well, I don't remember the first time I clapped for Tinkerbell, but I do remember the first time I really paid attention and watched intently from behind him my father's face in the mirror as he shaved. I guess he felt my fascinated razor envy gaze. You'll be doing this someday, his reflection brightly promised me. I remember the first time I shaved, brightly recalling his promise, now come true. The memory stayed sweet a long while. Then I remember the first time I watched intently from behind him my father's face in the mirror as he trimmed the hairs that sprouted from his ears. His reflection cast me a rueful expression and went on clipping, making me no promises. It is the unsweet memory that persists and intrudes as if it is watching intently from behind me as I look into the mirror and notice for the first time my father's hairs sprouting from my ears. But there was a time when we didn't have to shave or trim our ear hairs. I'll take you back before memory to the time of Adam and Eve. If you believe in Adam and Eve, just think of how they were first blessed. If they ate the right food, they could go about nude and never would have to get dressed. Adam wasn't equipped with a fly to keep zipped or a cumbersome suit with a vest. Eve hadn't the woes of runs in her hose. Now wasn't that all for the best? They'd be naked this day had they not gone astray and committed original sin. Today people are shy of the naked eye. Many cover up to the chin. Yet something persists in us that resists and insists we should be as they've been. Some pristine bit remains in our overgrown brains. We are all nudists under the skin. Things were simple. There were only two types of people in the world, Adam and Eve, right? Now there are three. There are just three types of people in the world: girls and women and boys. The problem is a lot of women don't understand this. They keep expecting a man to come along. Sorry, ladies, he isn't. He just isn't. So don't blame the boys for being boys. That's all they have ever been and all they will ever be. Boys will be boys. Let me say it again. Boys will be boys. They will never be men. There are just three types of people in the world. Look around, you'll see just three. That's all there have ever been and all there will ever be. Thank you.